Hi everyone, this is Sean. Welcome back to my channel. Please press the like button, subscribe, share, comment. I also appreciate all the dialogue, and I appreciate those of you who comment to other people. You guys answer other people's questions, and it takes a lot of time to answer some of these questions, and I really appreciate you guys. Appreciate your loyalty. I appreciate your patronage to this community. Thank you so much. In today's video, we are going to be talking about a video that was made by Commander Hall the other day, and basically he almost ended up in jail. So Commander Hall is one of my most favorite YouTube content creators. If you are a new private security company owner or you own a security company, make sure you guys subscribe to his channel because you can learn so much. I learn so much from his channel every single day. Now, with the video that he made, I don't want you guys to criticize him. And here's why. And I will not be criticizing him. Here's why. To make a video like that is pretty brave. It's transparent as well for that content creator. You're allowing yourself to become vulnerable. You're allowing yourself to be openly criticized by thousands, potentially thousands of subscribers. I believe Commander Hall wants to educate his subscriber base, and that's why he provided that video. But after watching the content, I was thinking, man, you're really opening yourself up to criticism here. So we're not going to criticize him. We're going to make the best learning experience possible using my training, my education, using my experience. And I look forward to the dialogue amongst us as well as it pertains to the video. So basically, I'm going to leave a link in the description box below and you can watch Commander Hall's video. And the video basically revolved around an issue that he had. He basically discharged an employee who did not want to comply with his uniform or equipment policy. That employee was friends with, that female employee was friends with another female employee. And that female employee was concerned because she did not have the equipment that was required for the job. She thought that she was next in line to be terminated. So Commander Hall, being a kind person that he is, he suggests and invites her to try on some of his equipment. In doing so, in helping this employee, assisting this employee fit the vest, I don't know what's the best way to make this sound. Anyhow, she made a false accusation of sexual battery. She goes to the police department and claims that Commander Hall touched her breast. Guys, just watching this video makes me so infuriated. You are accusing a man of sexual battery. Commander Hall's reputation is on the line, you guys. Sexual battery is a serious crime, and it's an unforgiving crime in American society. You don't touch a woman who does not want to be touched. It infuriated me watching that video. We need to talk about how can we approach the situation differently. Again, I want to avoid criticizing him and coming up with different solutions. Now, the first solution that I have is adding a sexual harassment addendum or rider to your insurance policy, to your commercial insurance policy if you own the private security company. Had Commander Hall had this policy in place, if he's basically being accused of sexual battery is the same as being accused of sexual harassment. He can actually contact the insurance carrier and ask to be represented because the insurance company is basically on the hook if this is a claim for sexual harassment. So what I would do if law enforcement contacts me for a voluntary interview, I will let them know this first. And now obviously you always have a right to, against self-incrimination. You should always contact an attorney first. But I'll tell you this, if the police contact you for a voluntary interview and you refuse, there's always that good likelihood that they are going to only have one side of the story, and that evidence that's presented by the so-called victim might be enough probable cause to place you under arrest. What mitigates or attacks the concept of probable cause would be other types of evidence that would be information to the contrary. So this is just what I would do. Law enforcement calls me, contacts me for a voluntary interview. I would say, sir, I did not touch this person as the way she is claiming. These are some serious allegations against myself and my company. I have no problem conducting a voluntary interview with you, but would you just give me some time to contact my attorney? And I would go that route. Guys, don't go to these police stations on your own without representation. And that's why you should add the sexual harassment or other harassment claims, the addendum to your insurance policy. For this reason, you guys, you get an attorney that will represent you on this case, and most likely they're going to represent you on the criminal side, potential criminal side, because the criminal side could lead to a civil cause of action, which they may be obligated to defend and pay out. Okay, so that's rule number one. Number two is this: I don't touch female employees, not even with a 10-foot pole, ladies and gentlemen. Being a male, I just don't. Giving hugs and all these other wonderful friendly gestures, I don't do these things unless there's other employees that are near me. You guys, I don't get near a female employee. If I had to, in a similar circumstance, I would position myself in an area where there is recording devices, and I'll talk about the body camera. Maybe there's a surveillance camera that actually works, or an area that's kind of like semi-public. You don't need to be in a private area with a female employee if you're a male. And again, I'm talking to the males. Society doesn't agree with it. It does. I mean, it looks wrong. And I hate to see you guys, men especially, having to defend yourself against an accusation like this, because I'm telling you, this is damaging to your company, to your reputation. No female wants to date a so-called pervert or somebody that commits sexual battery. You guys, this is something that is bad, and I'm not too sure if Commander Hall appreciates the severity of the event. I believe he does. I mean, only he knows, but I'm hoping he does. And I could be convinced that I'm leaning towards that side that he is. So if I need to fit an employee for equipment, I will ask another female employee, or I'll be in a position where another camera can record. And I believe that was the case with Commander Hall. Now, on Commander Hall's channel, a lot of his subscribers were mentioning, oh, I turn on my body camera, or something like this. No. I highly disagree with turning on your body camera for employer to employee events. You are going to gain distrust on the employee. Guys, how would you like it if every time you interact with a supervisor, they're turning on their body camera? If you had a personal issue that you wanted to address, or a confidential issue, would you feel comfortable knowing that every time that they're going to turn on their body camera? Reading these comments, it just frustrates me, because this is bad advice. And not only is it bad advice, it could potentially be illegal, because most of the time when you're having intimate discussions, or I want to say personnel issues, or you're having a discussion that revolves around a personnel issue, or even fitting an employee, in most circumstances, you're going to be in an area where both parties believe that they have a reasonable expectation of privacy, maybe a closed office or a semi-closed office door. And unless you're in a one-party consent state, this could be a criminal act, you guys, because a lot of times the body camera feature offers audio recording. I want to say almost all the time it offers audio recording. You cannot audio record somebody in that type of environment. Video record, you get a lot more leeway, but audio you can't unless you have consent from that other person. And now consent could be implied or expressed. This is a concept that I discuss in my 40-hour online private patrol operator leadership and management course. But please, 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 don't turn on your body camera, especially knowing that the body camera is used to document encounters between maybe clients, the employees, visitors, trespassers. Body cameras are not designed to record your day-to-day interactions with you and a supervisor or you and another employee. Just don't turn it on. Rather have a witness, if all possible, or be in an area where it's not your body camera, but it's an area that's generally open to public, and a video camera records those interactions. I think that's a better way of doing this. So how can Commander Hall prevail right now? Well, I'm not giving him or anyone legal advice, professional advice. I'm just seeing a negative outcome. I mean, this employee knows exactly, hopefully she's watching this video. This employee knows exactly what she's doing. She's setting him up to file an EEOC violation that could eventually lead to costly litigation. That's exactly what she's doing. And unless Commander Hall has an LLC, corporation, or an insurance rider that includes this type of defense, he's on his own on paying for the defense and possibly damages. But I just see her going that route. Now, generally you have only 1 year to file a claim, to file a tort in court. After that year, that person generally cannot file for sexual harassment or discrimination. Now what's going to happen is this employee is going to, I think Commander Hall's plan is that hopefully she leaves on her own. When she leaves on her own, and she will, it'll be because of the hostile work environment, the sexual harassment that's going on in the workplace. That is why she is quitting. Okay? You can't, it's almost like you can't even terminate her. If you terminate her, well, it's because of retaliation, because you made that report to the police department. You're stuck. So at this point in time, I think it's worth paying an attorney $300 an hour, $400 an hour, just to consult with them. You guys, you can pay an attorney not to work on your case, but just to talk to them. Some attorneys are $150 an hour. There are some subscription-based attorney-based, subscription-based services where maybe, I think it's $150 a month or $50 a month, you can actually ask an attorney these questions that you have of me or that you have in general. You don't have to retain them. You can just book a consultation, and I highly recommend that he does that, because this is just going to lead to disaster if it's not appropriately taken care of. We have hope, which is sometimes a viable strategy. We hope that she doesn't file a claim, because I'll tell you, just attorney fees is going to knock Commander Hall out of the water. He needs to contact an attorney, and it's also for his mental health, for personal assurances. An attorney might look at the case and say, hey, you know what? You have nothing, or she has nothing. I just really worry on that. But meanwhile, I do A, B, or C. This is another reason, ladies and gentlemen, to conduct regular and honest evaluations on your employees. Because let's just say this employee wants to stay, and she conducts her work in a substandard manner. Okay, that doesn't meet the expectations. Well, now all of a sudden you start doing your employee evaluations. Okay, they're gonna start off as bad, which is not a good thing. And why is it bad? Well, because you sexually assaulted or battered this employee. Okay, that's why they're bad. So please do constant evaluations on your employees, at least monthly. When there's an issue, you need to document it, you guys. You need to document issues with the employees. You don't want to have, unless an employee performs this manner, you don't want to have that perfect employee all of a sudden, after they file a sexual harassment or harassment claim or a complaint with the police department, their evaluations go down. Okay, that's going to lead to a tornado of disasters. Otherwise, I can't think of anything else. If you guys have any suggestions for Command Hall, let them know. If Command Hall, if you happen to watch this video, I support you 100%. I don't criticize you. You created a video, and I just want everyone to learn from the event, not necessarily from your mistakes, but from the event in general. And I think if we do that, then we can advance the private security community. I'm looking forward to everyone's response. You guys take care and be safe.